WWE 2K23 John Cena Showcase Guide, Match List and Rewards. Unlock all wrestlers, including Super Cena in WWE 2K23 Showcase Mode. WWE 2K23 is the yearly iteration of the long-running pro wrestling game series. This time around, John Cena takes center stage in Showcase Mode. You'll get to relive many of his memorable matches against tough rivals, and along the way, you'll earn several rewards. Here's our guide to help you with all John Cena Showcase Mode unlockables in 2K23. One moment again. I think the dog wants to get on the couch, but the stuff that we're taking to my mom tomorrow is in the way. One moment.
Your dad really loves you.
Happy now? He's looking up at. He's sitting in front of the couch, looking up at it.
He really loves you, don't you? Guess that dog really loves you.
Go ahead, get up on the couch now. And then he looks at the door like, maybe I should. Anyway. One of the unique facets in WWE 2K23's John Cena Showcase Mode is that you won't be playing as Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect the entire time. Instead, most matches allow you to control Cena's opponents, essentially detailing his many defeats throughout his career. This is probably to do away with the LOL Cena wins meme from the past decade, but it is what it is. Do note that many of the WWE 2K23 Showcase Mode unlockables reward you with different versions of a superstar. However, a select few will provide you with alternate attires instead. Match 1, One of a Kind against Rob Van Dam. Arena, ECW One Night Stand 2006. Championships, WWE Championship 2006. Superstars, John Cena 2006 and Rob Van Dam. This is the follow-up to the successful ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view, one that saw RVD finally win the big one. Cena was booed relentlessly by a hostile crowd, famously encapsulated by the "If Cena wins, we riot" sign. Match 2, Gold Medal debut against Kurt Angle. Arena, SmackDown 2002. Superstars, John Cena 2003 and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was running roughshod all over SmackDown, entered the Doctor of Thuganomics, Cena's gimmick on the main roster at the time. Match 3, Dead Man Walking, The Undertaker. Arena, Vengeance 2003. Superstars, John Cena 03 and Undertaker 03. This was during Taker's Big Evil gimmick, where Cena once again ran his mouth and got his comeuppance. Match 4, an iconic WrestleMania, The Undertaker. Arena, WrestleMania 34. Superstars, John Cena 18 and The Undertaker 18. The WWE 2K23 John Cena Showcase Mode then fast-forwards to more recent years. This sees The Undertaker at the twilight of his career, putting down a John Cena who goaded him into having a Mania match. Match 5, Time to Play the Game. Night of Champions 2008, Superstars, John Cena 2008, and Triple H 2008. Two icons face off with the game, proving to be too much for Cena to handle. Match 6, A Phenomenal Clash. AJ Styles. Arena, SummerSlam 2016. Superstars, John Cena 16 and AJ Styles 16. AJ Styles had just debuted in the Royal Rumble earlier in 2016. His win over Cena and SummerSlam would have cemented him as a top contender in the company. Match 7, Masterfully Manipulated. Edge. Arena, SummerSlam 2006. Superstars, Lita 2006. 2 additional rewards are unlocked in a subsequent match. This set the stage for a heated rivalry between John Cena and the Rated R Superstar. Match 8, A Revolutionary Cash-In. Edge. Arena, New Year's Revolution 2007. Superstars, John Cena, Edge, and Lita, their 2007 versions. This will likely be one of the quickest matches you'll have in the WWE 2K23 John Cena Showcase. Basically, you'll control Edge as he cashes in his Money in the Bank contract, leading to a championship victory. How many matches are there? Okay, 15 and okay. Mm-hmm. And 15 and 16 look like they're going to be completely different. Match 9, Greatness Acknowledged. Roman Reigns. Arena, SummerSlam 21. Superstars, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman 21. What could be considered as a passing of the torch turns out to be a boring match, in our opinion. Still, this unlocks different entrance attires for Reigns and Heyman, where they're both wearing leg garlands. Match 10, one-on-one with the Great One, The Rock. Arena, WrestleMania 28, Superstars, John Cena and The Rock 12. This one's a once-in-a-lifetime match, or was billed as such at the time. Months of jaw-jacking between these two icons led to The Rock's victory on the grandest stage of them all. This two would face each other again come the next Mania, with Cena capturing the WWF Championship. Match 11, Suplex, Rinse, Repeat, Brock Lesnar. Arena, SummerSlam 2014, Championships, WWE and World Championships 2014, Superstars, the 2014 version of Cena, Lesnar, and Heyman. Hilariously enough, you'll be tasked with spamming every variation of a German suplex in Brock Lesnar's arsenal. Once you've taken Cena to Suplex City, you'll pin him for the 3 count. Match 12, Breaking the Chains, Brock Lesnar. Arena, Backlash 2003, Championship, WWE Championship 2003, Superstars, Cena and Lesnar 2003. This was during Lesnar's meteoric rise to the top of the WWE, where he would trounce numerous legends such as Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was right after he defeated Kurt Angle for the title.
Somewhere around there.
At WrestleMania 19, and then Angle had to go for neck surgery, said they needed a new number 1 contender, and they found Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Match 13, The Animals Rage, Batista. This unlocks the SummerSlam 2008 arena and unlocks 2008 versions of Batista and Cena. In keeping with the theme, Cena faces another OVW alumni, Batista. Match 14, The Viper Strikes, Randy Orton. Arena, Hell in a Cell 2009, Superstars, Cena and Orton. These two OVW alums have a storied rivalry culminating in a brutal Hell in a Cell match. Matches 15 and 16, The Choice and Didn't See That Coming, Your Choice, Superstar, Super Cena. Throughout the WWE 2K23 John Cena Showcase mode, you've been using different wrestlers, all of whom end up beating the featured superstar. Now you'll get to pick whoever you want among the combatants, including the extra versions of Edge, Undertaker, and Lesnar from previous matches. In the Choice, a short cutscene will play whereupon Cena just handily beats your character after one attitude adjustment. However, you'll get your revenge soon enough and Didn't See That Coming, which is a full match. Once you're done, you'll receive the WWE 2K23 John Cena Showcase Secret Unlockable Super Cena. This is basically an invisible John Cena, referencing the "You Can't See Me" meme, and he's got 100 overall stats. And match 17, Council of Legends, Superstars, Bruno Sammartino, and 1980s Hulk Hogan. The last match in the WWE 2K23 John Cena Showcase mode is a special one. Here you'll fight Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold Steve Austin in an elimination match. This represents the top guys in the industry in their respective decades, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. You'll have to pin each opponent all the way to a victory. So that's the matches you'll play in Showcase mode. I'm surprised about 15, 16, and 17. The only jarring thing I saw Giant Bomb's quick peek or quick look on 2K23.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, every match, like when it goes to a cutscene, the cutscene's on real life. Then it switches to the game graphics. Then it jumps to real life cutscenes, and it's kind of jarring when it jumps back and forth. Now, put in the fact that you're not playing the matches in order, it's just jumping all over the place. And to me, it looks kind of like a mess.
I see.
What do you think of this? Do these matches make you want to try out the game more, or?
Well, I used to be. How should I say this? I don't hate John Cena at all. I like to use John Cena as a reference to how gang mentality is like back during the 1990s and 2000s for me. Like, I've been around like street kids and they act like, yo, what's up, my N-word, that type of shit. But the only way people can relate to that is through a wrestler persona like John Cena. And that's fine by me. Like, it's a good understanding about how to bridge the cultures between different types of people and different types of communities. So John Cena's kind of like the bridge, where it's like he brings all the suburban kids into the hardcore thug gang mentality life in what's the Bloods, the Crips, and the Latin Kings, and all that stuff. So John Cena, he didn't have like a merry-go-round or a princess moment or prince moment in like in his wrestling career or whatever. He actually been through some hard times. There's this one time John Cena, he was homeless, or he had to go to some sort of pizzeria to get free food every day for like a special order. If he eats that special order in time, he gets paid for free. So for the last several days, he's been doing that, and then the owners of the shop see what he's been doing for the last few days and told him, like, hey man, if you want a free pizza, come stop by us, anytime. Don't just keep all that good stuff for our customers, because he felt sorry for Cena and all, because he was struggling kind of at the time being a wrestler and all, or wanted to be an upscale wrestler. So John Cena, I respect the guy. I love the guy, even more so because he struggled and he did good acting as a good, not only as a acting, but also the fact that he's a good rapper altogether. Thugonomics, The Time Is Now, those two tracks were very memorable when I was growing up with John Cena and all. And it feels like last week I saw John Cena in his green blue trunks when he just started WWE back in 2002 of like this fall season, if I remember correctly. And then by 2003, late 2002, early 2003, he started doing this gangster rap and stuff like that, or gang mentality type of themed rap wrestling persona. That's what I like about him. He's just relatable. He's like the next Eminem almost, but not that grandiose of Eminem. He still has, everyone can still eat him alive in a rap battle or in rap songs altogether, like Eminem with Machine Gun Kelly and all. But John Cena can hold his own weight in rap. So I used to say, just by something video game alone, it looks good to see that John Cena went up against Undertaker in 2003 in a regular match at SmackDown's main event. Undertaker versus John Cena, they were exchanging blows. Undertaker with his punches like dope, and then John Cena's like, you can't see me, you can't see me, that type of shit. It's like a back and forth punches and shit. I could have sort of recorded that match on my tapes. If I can find the tape, I will definitely show it one day, sometime in my lifetime. But that's gonna take a while to look through all those tapes, because I have recorded a lot of shit matches in 2002 and some parts of 2003. So it's John Cena's gonna be as a memorable wrestler. He went up against The Rock a couple of times. He wrestled. Yep. I think he wrestled against Hulk Hogan one time too. Did he? Yes.
No, not Hulk Hogan.
That would be nice though.
That was Shawn Michaels and Orton doing that.
Right. Okay. It would be a blessing though to see Hulk Hogan and John Cena wrestle. Like if Hulk Hogan stayed until 2007, 2008 after the 2005 SummerSlam, I can see Hulk Hogan wrestle against John Cena, and that would be memorable as well too. So
Hogan, the match against Michaels was SummerSlam 2005. So I think against Orton was 2006. So and Cena was on Raw by that time. So they just never did Cena and Hogan.
Yeah, that's because that's when wrestlers started to go suck after 2008, 2009 because of the PG rating. You know how it went from MA14 to PG whatever, PG1, not PG-13, but PG. Just straight out PG. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on now, Ms. Vince McMahon. Like, you should know better than that. You know how wrestling's supposed to be. It's supposed to be hardcore and memorable and family friendly at times,
It's not... Honestly, you can't blame the PG rating for that. Because SmackDown, when it was on UPN, was PG. Because it was always taped.
Yeah, you're right.
So, it's not the PG rating alone that made WWE less fun.
It seems that way,
though. It was... Yeah, it just happened around that time. A lot of storylines were killed right away that... for example, the Paul Burchill and Katie Lee Burchill, they kind of had like an incest thing going on.
Oh, wow.
Like it was implied, but you really didn't know. But the thing is, the storyline was around for 2 weeks. Then they switched to PG. Then when they switched to PG, the whole storyline between them being brother and sister was scrapped. Yeah. So it was like and she just started being a normal valet until she was released. So it was like, whatever they were original plans were, we'll never know.
Wait, isn't Paul Burchill supposed to be a pirate wrestler? Or a wrestler?
He was. This is after the pirate one.
Okay.
This was he was a pirate on SmackDown, then on Raw he got moved and he was a bad guy, and he just really lost everything that the pirate got him.
Yeah, I like him as the pirate. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I never saw the entire episodes or episodic movies of Pirates of the Caribbean, but it was a big thing back in the 2000s for us back in high school and all, so it's a college years. But other than that, get back to the point with John Cena, this 2K23 showcase, I would like to play it, but it's not on my top priority as a gamer. I will admit that. I'm more, because of wrestling, I think of them as watching on SmackDown Raw than video games itself. Like, the reason why I love SmackDown versus Raw games so much up until 2007, I have to say, because it felt so livable to have relived these moments that we saw on SmackDown and Raw, like Undertaker versus Cena in SmackDown 2003. And I'm not sure what month it is, but definitely in 2003 sometime they were in a regular wrestling match, or the iconic Edge versus John Cena feud back in 2006 and all. And John Cena gave Edge an FU through 2 or 4 tables at the TLC match sometime in 2006.
And SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I was like, damn, it just took a lot of pain in from that matter. Of course, obviously, Dr. King's wrestling, it's fake, man. What's wrong with you? Like, no, it's not fake. Dude, how you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder? How did Mankind fall off a 20-foot Hell in the Cell infrastructure and survive with a broken shoulder or dislocated shoulder and a broken back at one point? The wrestlers take risk. Jeff Hardy took risks, especially himself. He did a fucking Swanton Bomb at Monster Bowl in 2006, 2005, or 2004, 2003, one of those years, and survived. And he still kicked ass in that match. Like that's not something that you just don't sneeze at. Like, this is, like, if I was in my prime back 15 years ago, like, whatever my potential as a wrestler, dude, I would willing to take a throw me off the Hell in the Cell just for the sake of doing that, reliving that moment in my feeling, in my being. Like, I'm willing to take a risk for the sake of gaining notoriety for taking a fall in Hell in the Cell, Or it's like with Rikishi. I'm gonna take a choke slam Rikishi through that barnyard truck and shit like that. I'm sure Rikishi got some kind of injury from that,
Yep.
And Armageddon the Cell like in 2000, Armageddon the Cell 2001 or 2000, Armageddon 2000. I actually have a save recording. It's low quality on my computer, but if I can find it, it was so cool and iconic. You can't. It's hard to even get a DVD of that because it's asking like $150 somewhere Amazon or eBay at one point. I'm like, I can't afford that. Armageddon 2000. That was one memorable pay-per-views of all time during the Attitude Era. Like,
yep.
These wrestlers are doing a damn good job at times to make put up a good show, and how much endurance and pain they suffered to put on that good show. So W2K 2023 may not be on my priority right now in my lifetime, but one day I will go back to the showcase and be like, hey, I will definitely play that one time with you guys on the through the Xbox or PS5, whatever, if I still have those systems around, in its later years,
Right.
So I hope I'm not going off a tangent, but it's just memorable moments with John Cena and all. So.
Well, whenever people say wrestling is fake, you can always say, yeah, the TV shows and movies you watch are fake too. And
they take risks. What's the actor Angelina Jolie, when she did Terminator movies during her sex appeal, was that top of the line back in the 2000s? Like that, she did her own stunts. She does suffer some kind of toll on her body for doing so. I mean, look at what she's on right now. She had to do almost like vasectomies from the cancer and all that stuff. So she deserves praise of her performance in those movies. And I love Angelina Jolie at the time too, when she was in her prime, you know. So,
right.
Yeah.
And it's funny, people. Yeah, my cousin and I actually talked about this because he called wrestlers glorified stuntmen, and I'm like, okay, even if you think that, I go, you realize that stuntmen end up taking risks because you telling me there's never been a stunt that went off wrong, where explosions went off early, or a stuntman didn't get out of the danger in time. You know, you telling me a stuntman never got hurt more than he was supposed to?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's human error. So even you're telling me if stuntmen have gotten hurt in the past, seriously hurt, how can you say wrestlers don't get hurt?
It's like Jackie Chan as another actor too. When he did Rumble in the Bronx back in the 1990s, he actually had jumped a good 20-foot leap from one side of the building to another side of the building in a lower sector of the building and get into that successful entryway at the right place at the right time. That takes either practice, guts, and or consistency. And that takes a toll on someone's body like that. So imagine wrestlers doing that every week for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, like The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Triple H. Triple H now was wrestling for 25 years now and on and off. You know, it takes a toll on your body, you know?
Yeah, just like Rush Hour. I think it was Rush Hour 2, where they showed in the credits the outtakes, where Jet Li was supposed to jump through the casino window and slide through the hole in the bottom. First time, or during one of the outtakes they showed, he jumped and just fell right back down on the ground.
You mean Jackie
and
Chan?
All the henchmen that he was fighting in the scene had to help him up.
You're talking about Jackie Chan, right?
No, wasn't it Jet Li in the Rush Hour movies?
No, it's Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. As you
I
refer
could
to
have sworn it was.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking it was Jet Li?
Oh, wait a second, Jet Li? Is he a special guest in Rush Hour? I mean, I know they're gonna make a new Rush Hour sometime this decade, Rush Hour 4, but there was also Jet Li. Unless you refer to Lethal Weapon, you know.
No, for some reason I thought it was. For some reason, so it was Jackie Chan, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought it was. Okay, for some reason I thought it was Jet Li in that movie.
I mean, that would be nice to see Jackie Chan and Jet Li in the same movies. I think they did a one-time collaboration, though.
Yeah.
I haven't seen which movie it was, though. It's been so many years, so many movies over the decades. Because Jet Li, personally himself, he retired from fighting in movies. I mean, he still does his practice martial arts and all, but he took a retirement since what's that movie? The third movie of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and all. Like he actually did.
The Scorpion King. That had to be the.
No,
because
Scorpion King.
It was The Mummy, and The Mummy Returns, The Scorpion King. I don't think there was a fourth.
There's a Mummy 3, the third Mummy.
I thought that was the Scorpion King because Scorpion King.
There was 3 mummies.
Was a character in The Mummy, I thought.
There's 3 mummy movies. They all feature Brendan Fraser, that hot chick, whatever her name was. She looks beautiful at the time.
Yeah.
But definitely, it's just, man, it's just like Jet Li said. So he said he didn't say live on TV, but he said in an interview that he's gonna take a break from fighting in movies, and that third Mummy movie was a big sign that he took a break from fighting in movies. So, but we're going off topic a little bit, but it's John Cena. If you're out there listening to this any given time of my lifetime or any of our podcast lifetime, you've been a good wrestler. I wish you could still wrestle for WWE because I hear that he's no longer with the WWE at this moment, and
he's on and off.
Okay, because he's been busy with movies for the past 5 years at least, so it's kind of like with the Marines and other projects.
Yeah, but he comes back for one match a year. So
okay, I mean even Bill Goldberg's still coming at it after all these years too. I think he came back last year or two for a title reign. I'm like, I don't know how these guys do it, but they do it. They've been at this for decades, these wrestlers, and they continue doing so. Hell, even wrestlers like Valentine. What's his name? I forget his full name of Valentine. He's
Red Valentine.
Yeah. He's in his 70s and 80s at the time before he died wrestling. back in the 2000s, if not the early 2010s, before his death. That is.
Really, he was wrestling that late?
Yeah, he was still wrestling
I
to
don't
the
remember
70s. He was still wrestling to the 70s.
Okay.
He retired before he died, though. So it was like around if he died like 10 years ago, then 15 years ago was his last few years of wrestling. So
he didn't die that long because he was at an AEW event in the audience.
Okay.
He might still be alive, actually. Let me check. Greg Valentine.
Because I watched WWE not Tough Enough, but the WWE Confidential. You remember that? Obviously, you remember that show. So he was featured in one of those episodes, and it showed him wrestling still. So.
Yeah. It just says he's retired. He retired 2019. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And just to go back to the John Cena discussion before we move on, the whole reason, the whole way he came up with that rapper gimmick, I think it was Wrestling Bios on YouTube who revealed the story. Cena came in June of 2002. He knew the next line of releases was coming around the holidays 2002, November/December, right after Survivor Series. So Cena knew he had that long to show what he had to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the first few weeks no one cared. Then SmackDown went on tour. One night on tour, Rikishi and Rey Mysterio were rapping against each other.
Yeah, I remember
in a rap
that.
battle.
I remember that.
No, this was not on TV. This is Rikishi and Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
But anyway, Cena came by. He was watching. After they both went, Cena went. And Cena rapped against both of them. And this caught the attention of Stephanie McMahon, who was general manager at the time. After Cena was done, Stephanie went up to Cena. She's like, how did you remember all those lines, all those insults? And Cena's like, it just came off the top of my head. I said it just as I came up with it. So Stephanie asked if Cena could do that again. The next morning, Cena rapped about what Stephanie was eating and where they were touring the next city. So Stephanie thought, hey, if Cena can do this rapping thing, why not give him the rapper character, see if it'll connect on TV? And the Halloween party in 2002 was the first time they showed it on SmackDown.
Right. And that's when Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff kissed each other that night.
Yeah. So, from what I heard, that's how the whole rapper thing came about, because...
And then later on that year or two, Rikishi and John Cena rapped to each other. They dissed each other in rap battles.
Yep. I think that was the first ever rap battle in WWE.
Oh, yeah. See, John Cena made some very first things going on. He was one of a successful rap theme type of rapping wrestlers and all. He did the first rap battle on WWE SmackDown's history, if not WWE's history of all TV shows. It's he's a he's going to be a very memorable person for a while, John Cena. So.
Ready to move on?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We can't talk the whole podcast about this.
Yeah, definitely.
So, ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Next one. This next story is funny. The Sims 4 bug is turning babies into monsters.